Greetings, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I'll be presenting to you or helping you on how to prepare bank reconciliation statement. I'll be dealing with the bank reconciliation topic. So, for you to understand this topic, we have to understand the following: that bank reconciliation reconciles the records of the business and those of the bank. Reconciling takes place according to the following steps: comparing the cash book with the bank statement, identify the differences, adjusting the cash book or the bank account, preparing the bank reconciliation statement. All right, so let's go to the question without any waste of time. They say the following information was obtained from the books of MB Enterprises. The bank account had a credit balance of 1,751, right, at the end of April 2018, right? What does that mean? This means our bank account has an unfavorable balance. And then let's go to the second transaction. It says the bank statement had a debit balance of 7,351 at the end of April 2018. It also indicates that we have got an unfavorable balance of the bank statement. Okay, so let's go to the questions there. Transaction number 3 says a comparison of the bank statement with the cash book on the 30th of April 2018 revealed the following differences. And the following debits appeared on the bank statement: bank charges. Remember, if amounts like this have appeared in the bank statement, it means they might not be appearing in your bank account. Therefore, it means we have to make them appear. It means the bank statement and the cash book or the bank account of the business are not corresponding. So we need to make sure that they correspond by correcting the errors, the omissions, and the mistakes that have happened. Okay, so now let's see. Bullet number 1, there they say bank charges appeared on the debit side of the bank statement. So the bank account, the bank statement, right? The bank statement on the debit side, it indicates payments, and on the credit side, it indicates incomes or receipt of money. Okay, so bank charges, it's a payment from the business to pay the bank for the services, for the service fees that they provide a service for of keeping their money and all of that, right? So it not appear in the bank account, which is the book of the business. So it means there was an omission of 87 rand in the book of the business, which is bank account or cash book, right? We need to fix that one as well. And then we've got an interest on overdraft, 72 rand. Interest on overdraft is also payment that appeared on the bank statement but did not appear on the bank account. Then we need to make sure that we record that payment in the bank account. It appeared on the bank statement but did not appear on the bank account or cash book. Stop order for a vehicle insurance, right, 250. So stop order as well. Remember, it's an arrangement between the business and the bank together with the insurance company that they just have to deduct the money when a certain date comes. So whenever the insurance take their money from the bank, you as a business, you cannot have such a record because it happened between the insurance company and the bank. So it means also you must indicate in your cash book as a business that I have made a payment of insurance of 250, right? So it means there's an omission as well from the bank account or cash book. We need to also make sure that this amount appear. And then bullet number 4, they say deposit reversed by a debtor due to insufficient account 195, right? So it means the debtor came and pay, but whenever the business goes to the bank to get money, we found that there's no money. Maybe the debtor paid for with a check, and then when we go in and cash in the check to get money, we find that there's no money there. Therefore, the payment should be, the deposit should be reversed. Whenever we reverse, it means the time the debtor was paid, we've debited the amount in the bank account to say we have received money. But when we go there, we find there's no money, we must reverse. It means this person did not pay. Therefore, we must decrease 195 now. We're going to debit it, we're going to credit this in the bank account. And then incorrect payment. Incorrect payment 1,325. So that payment, remember these transactions, they say they appeared on the bank statement. So it means this error of payment happened in the bank statement where they debited a payment that was not supposed to be debited. Therefore, it means we must go and correct that mistake by crediting the payment, because it means maybe we paid someone in, maybe we paid, there was a payment, maybe there was a payment that was supposed to be made to from someone's account, not our account, from someone's account, but the bank by mistake made us to be the ones that are paying. Therefore, we need to reverse that money. We need to acknowledge the bank, we do not know about this payment. It was not supposed to be us who made that payment. So you need to reverse that money. As I said, favorable balance of the bank reconciliation statement should be credited. Therefore, this must be reversed. It should be a favorable now when it's been reversed or corrected, right? And then let's go to the next transaction. Payment made by BBM Enterprises of 1,450. I think this one is also the same as bullet, the previous bullet, where they say we've made it, BBM made payment, right? But we are BM, not BBM. We are BM. Therefore, the person or the business that is making a payment is BBM, but the bank deducted our money as if we are the one who are paying. Therefore, we need to correct this. It's also an error, or it's also a mistake that the business, that the bank has done. Therefore, it needs to be corrected in the bank statement. Therefore, it's when we're going to prepare the bank reconciliation statement. All right. So anything that has to be corrected in the bank statement should go to the bank reconciliation statement. Okay. So let's go and record the transactions of A, transaction for A. These transactions, let's go and record these transactions, and then we'll come for B. We'll come for B. I want us to go to the answer sheet there. Answer sheet, remember that the information told us that we've got a credit balance of the bank account. Credit balance of the bank account. So go to the details, then say balance. Balance brought down. Balance brought down the amount. Let's go and check there in our information. We're gonna, because we always have to start with the balance. So the balance is 1,751. So you have to go to the answer sheet there and say 1,751. That is our opening balance, because because our opening balance of the bank account is on the credit side. That's what the transaction says, okay? So that is why we're crediting our opening balance, because the information says the bank account had a credit balance of 1,751. So we always have to start with the opening balance. We have to start with the opening balance. So we're done. Now let's go to the additional information where they say the following debits appeared on the bank statement. It means they did not appear in the bank account. So bank charges are expenses. Whenever we have got expenses that we paid for, they will decrease your bank. And then bank is an asset, decrease on the credit side. It means we're going to come this side and say bank charges, 87 right. And then we'll go to the next transaction there. And go to the next transaction there. What does it say? Let's see. The next transaction says interest on overdraft 72 rand. Interest on overdraft are also an expenditure or expense. Therefore, they will decrease your bank account because they said that these ones are appearing in the bank statement. Therefore, the bank statement, which is the book of the bank, they are sorted. We need to sort out our books, which is bank account or cash book. This is our cash book. Interest on overdraft will decrease your bank. And just come here and say interest paid, which is interest on overdraft for 72 rand. Right. See now, it's easy. And then you also have a stop order that appears in the bank statement but does not appear in the cash book. Therefore, insurance, stop order for insurance. Therefore, insurance and expense, whenever we make a payment for insurance, it will decrease your bank account. So we're going to go there and say insurance. It's an expense that we have paid for, therefore it decreases your bank of 250. You see now. And then there's a deposit reversed by the debtor due to insufficient account. Whenever there's a reversal of money that was received from a debtor due to insufficient fund, it means there will be a decrease in our bank account. Whenever there's a decrease in our bank account, we credit. So we're going to say debtors control there. Debtors control of how much? 19195. Right. And then the next transaction there. The next transaction is, they say, incorrect payment. Incorrect payment. This one are going to be recorded in the bank reconciliation statement. Even the other one is going to be recorded in the bank reconciliation statement because the errors are for bank. So, or the mistakes or the omissions are for bank. So we'll fix there. All right. So this one, and then plate number 1 was to be corrected in the bank account. Bank account. Even this one was for bank account. Even this one, in fact, need to be corrected in the bank account. And then even Then bullet number 4 need to be recorded in the bank account. Right. Then these two, the last two bullets should be corrected in the bank reconciliation statement, right? So let's complete our bank account. Let's complete our bank account, then we'll come and record or start with the bank reconciliation statement. So B, they say the following credits appeared on the bank statement. They appeared in the bank statement. Let's see where to fix this. So it means they did not appear in the bank account, or if there's any mistake, should be corrected in the bank reconciliation statement. So bullet number 1, it says direct deposit for interest on fixed deposit 540, right? So we received interest from our fixed deposit. We received interest from our fixed deposit. That is an income, right? Whenever there's an income, we debit our bank account. We're going to increase our bank account because there's an increase. So they say this appeared on the bank statement. Therefore, they did not appear in the bank account. We must go and fix this one in the bank account. So we can go to the bank account there and go to the debit side and say interest received. Interest received or interest income. You can say interest income or interest received. The amount is 540, right? And then, yeah, and then let's go to the next transaction there. The next transaction says there was a direct deposit for rent income. There was a direct deposit for rent income. So a direct deposit for rent income, a direct deposit for rent income should appear in the should appear in the bank statement, but shouldn't is not appearing in the bank account. So we need to go and fix this in the bank account. We need to make sure that it appears in the bank account, you see now. And then we just go to our bank account on the debit side, because the rent income, right? And say rent income on the debit side there. How much is it? 600. 600. 600, okay? And then let's proceed. Let's go to the next one. The next one, they say a deposit was made into the bank account of MB Enterprises of 1,500. A deposit was made in the account of MB Enterprises. So we are BM. A deposit was made into the books in the bank account of BM Enterprises, but the bank credited our account. The credit amount was made of 1.5 in the books or in the bank account of MB. So therefore, but the bank credited us instead of crediting another company. Therefore, we need to reverse this credit to be debited. We need to go and debit this in our bank reconciliation statement because the error happened in the bank there. That must be corrected. You see now. So it's bank reconciliation statement. The BRS. Okay. Fine. And then transaction number 4, because I need us to finish with this thing of bank account, and then we'll go to bank recon. We're just identifying the accounts to be recorded now in the bank recon, right? So just gonna highlight this in yellow, right? And then let's proceed. Then they say a deposit. Number 4, a deposit of 6,475 does not appear on the bank statement for April. So it does not appear on the bank statement for April. This must be an outstanding deposit to be corrected in the bank reconciliation statement. So this is a question that should be recorded in the BRS. BRS. Right. And then I'll just highlight it in yellow as well, so that when we come back and deal with this, we know what we are dealing with. Right. And then transaction number 5, they say future payments that are yet to be cleared by the bank. Future payments that are yet to be cleared by the bank, this affect the bank reconciliation statement because they must be cleared by the bank. It means on our books, they are sorted, but they must be cleared by the bank. Therefore, this should be accounted for in the BRS. This must be recorded in the BRS, or this must be corrected in the BRS. BRS, okay. And then transaction number 6, they say a payment was made to charitable organization for 9,000. The organization has been disbanded and the check must be cancelled. The payment has been reversed by the bank. So here, a business donated money to a charity organization, and then only to find out later on that the charity organization has been disbanded. Therefore, the money must be reversed to the business, right? And therefore, when we check with the bank, they say, no, we have already reversed that payment that you've made. Therefore, it means it's only in the books of the business, which is bank account, where we need to make sure that we reverse this account. Are you with me there? Yes. And then it means we need to come this side. We're reversing because the moment the time we're paying, all the payments of the bank are on credit. Now, when we reverse it, it means we must go and reverse on the debit side. So we're going to say donation. Donation. Maybe you can put in brackets and say reversed. Donation reversed of how much? 900. Okay, fine. And then let's go to the next transaction there. Paid 730 to TS Bookshop for stationery. The bookkeeper had recorded the amount as 370 in the cash book. So the mistake happened in the cash book. It means the mistake is in the books of the business, which is bank account. So we need to correct this mistake in the books of the business, which is bank account that we are currently doing or preparing, right? So we recorded more. We recorded how much? Less money instead of more, right? We're just going to check the difference and then deduct. Are you with me? When I deduct, it means, remember, when we made a payment, we're supposed to come here and say stationery. Let's say stationery, and then we were supposed to say 730, but instead of 730, we decreased 370. Therefore, we need to bring the difference again. We need to bring the difference. So open brackets, 730 minus 370, which is the one that was, the difference is the one that was, so it's going to be 370, 730 minus 370. and then the difference is 360 that was omitted. 360 that was omitted. 360 that was omitted there. So we find there, and then that is our bank account, and these are the transactions for the bank account. So now we need to check which side is bigger. We need to check which side is bigger, and then by the look of things, the bigger side should be credit side. Let's see, it's gonna be 1,751 plus 87 plus 72 plus 250 plus 195 plus 360. I get a total of 2,715. And then even on the credit side, we'll have a equal total of the credit, which is 2,715. And then the closing balance will go on the debit side. We're gonna say balance brought down. Balance carried down. Balance carried down, not brought down. Balance carried down, which is the closing balance. It will be the difference between the total and the amount in the debit side. So it means we're gonna say minus 540. I'm gonna say 2,715 minus 540 minus 600 minus 900. Then the difference I get 675. 675. Therefore, this 675, we're going to indicate it here below all balances on the credit side as the opening balance of the next period, because every closing balance is going to be the opening of the next period. Balance brought down. Balance brought down of 675. You see now, very easy like that. Then this is our bank account. Now, let's go and prepare our bank reconciliation statement. Remember, when we looked at our balance, as always, we need to start with the balances, right? When we go up there, transaction number 2, they say the bank statement had a debit balance of 7,551 at the end of April 2018. Therefore, you need to go to your bank reconciliation statement and say balance, debit balance. You have to say debit balance, debit balance. Just want to increase the font there. You have to say balance. You have to say, okay, you have to say debit balance as per bank, as per bank statement. Balance as per bank statement, and as much as you said the debit, it means that balance should be debited. That balance, let's see how much was it there. It was 7,351. 7,351. You come this side, you say it's 7,351. 7,351 there. 7,351. 7,351. That is our opening balance of the bank reconciliation statement, because this the transaction says the reason why we're debiting it is because the reason why we're debiting is because it's a guidance from the transaction. It says the bank statement had a debit balance of So that's why we're debiting. We say debit balance as per bank statement, or you can say debit balance according to bank statement. Okay. And then now, remember these accounts that we have identified where we have to deal with them in the bank reconciliation statement. Okay. And then we've got incorrect payment. Incorrect payment. It means this payment, the bank made an incorrect payment that we're not supposed to pay, so we have to reverse this payment. Remember, whenever we make a payment in the bank statement, we must debit. Therefore, when we correct in the bank reconciliation statement, we must credit, we must reverse the money. Okay, so we have to go to answer sheet and say credit incorrect payment. Credit incorrect payment. Credit incorrect payment of how much? 1,000, 1,003, 1,325, 1,325, 1,325. All right. And then let's go to the next transaction. The next transaction was a payment made by BBM Enterprises. As well, they debited us, and it was not as was supposed to be debited. It is BBM, not BM. Therefore, we go and correct that in the bank reconciliation statement. We're going to say credit amount wrongly debited. Credit amount wrongly debited. Okay, and then we go there and say 1,450, right? Okay, and then we also have to record the outstanding deposit. The outstanding deposit number 4 there, right? The outstanding deposit of 64750, a deposit of 6,475 does not appear on the bank statement, so we must make sure that it appears. It means it's an outstanding deposit. Therefore, you have to go to your bank reconciliation statement. The reason why I'm jumping the other one is because we have to start with the credit, and then we'll go to the debit. But always remember, we start with the total of the balance. Are you with me? Okay. Now, so we're gonna say credit outstanding deposit. But it doesn't matter even if you can mix them up, but as long as the things and the amounts that are supposed to be debited are debited and the amount that need to be credited are credited, it's still fine. Okay, so now 6,475, that is the amount that has been outstanding, and amount that is deposit that was outstanding. Deposit that was outstanding. Okay, and then now let's proceed. Let's go to another one. Another one is the B, bullet number 3. A deposit was made into the bank account of MB Enterprises 1,500. And then we need to say debit amount wrongly credited. This amount was wrongly credited to us, but it doesn't belong to us. Therefore, we must reverse. It's a vice versa of transaction number. I mean transaction A, the last bullet, this one. You see, it's a vice versa of this transaction. It's a vice versa of Build number 6 in A, this one. It's the vice versa of this transaction. So remember with this one, we said a credit amount wrongly debited. Therefore, this one was credited instead of being debited to someone's account. Therefore, we go there and say debit, debit amount wrongly, debit amount wrongly credited. Debit amount wrongly credited, and then you can come here and say how much is there? 1,500. 1,500. Okay. 1,500, and then 1,500, and then let's go to the next one there. The next one is what? Let's see. These payments that were uncleared. So payments that were uncleared, you can just go under the BRS or bank reconciliation statement there and say debit uncleared future payments. And then in brackets there you do the calculations. How many are there? Were 2 amount, and let's see. It is 720 and 354. So go there. Let's say 720 plus 354, and then you can just do your calculations there and say 720 plus 354. I get 1,074. 1,074. 1,074. 1,074. See now, that is the answer there. That is the answer there. All right, and then you're gonna take this one. You see, it's on the credit side. You bring it here. You say credit. You say credit balance according to bank account. According to bank account of 675. Then we can double check if there's any other transaction. No, we said credit. This must go to the credit side, right? Said credit. This must go to the credit side. 675. Right. And then we can double check if there's any other transaction that we left. All transactions are sorted. Therefore, let's see if our bank reconciliation is going to balance. Let's start by adding the debit side. Let's start by adding the debit side. The sum of the debit side is going to be 7,351 plus 1,500 plus 1,074. I get a total of 9,925. 9,925. 9,925. And then let's see. And then even the credit side should be 9,925. If not, then there's something wrong that we need to go and check and correct. But if they're equal, therefore we are happy. Our bank reconciliation is reconciling with the bank account now, right? So let's see, 1325 plus 1450 plus 6475 plus 675. I also get 9925. Therefore, our bank reconciliation is balancing, and it means we have done the correct things to reconcile both books, and then everything is correct there. Everything is correct there, and then you are happy. We are all happy that everything is balancing. And then thank you for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. Salute.